Okay, hello everyone and welcome back to Demon's Souls. Now, as you can see, I'm back here in the Nexus, which is actually where I left off at the end of the last episode. Gonna go ahead and get talking to some NPCs here. Mainly, we're gonna talk to the blacksmith, who I've not actually talked to yet. Yeah, this guy basically handles your basic upgrades. Just your regular, kind of, I guess you can call it Tight Knight stuff. Just had to turn down my TV a bit. Yeah, okay, so basically he does the same thing as any blacksmith in any Souls game. Repairs your stuff and reinforces it. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna check what he sells. Let's see. Buy weapon. He does sell a short sword. Actually, what I'm gonna do is I'll buy a couple of arrows. I haven't usually when I'll have like souls left over, I'll try spending them on arrows because I do want to use my bow. Yeah, this guy is also very important. In Demon's Souls, unlike Dark Souls, you cannot carry infinite stuff. So basically, if you have any weapon that you're not going to be using, just deposit it with this guy, because after a while you might find yourself at a point where you won't be able to pick up new items.
Rest assured, you're good. Best of luck.
So we still want to talk to him.
When the scourge came, I abandoned my wife and daughter and fled like a madman. When I came to, I was in the Nexus. I haven't dared venture outside these walls since. I wish I could do more, but I am ignorant of the world beyond these walls. That candle maiden cared for me during my first days in the Nexus. She says very little, but has a kind heart. She's just the age my young daughter would have been. The poor, poor girl, trapped here with her eyes occluded by wax. If only something could be done to help her.
Yeah, that is kind of interesting.
If only something could be done to help her.
Huh, weird.
If only.
You see? Maybe I have to talk to him again. Because I do want to get something. Yes. Okay, good. This is what I wanted.
That belongs to my daughter. Then she didn't make it after all. My dearest little baby. May she rest in peace. May I ask you a favor? Would you mind giving up that hairpin? I'd like to have it in memory of my daughter.
Of course, you pretty much, you can just give it up because the jade hair ornament doesn't do anything. So it's not like something you can use.
Oh, it's not much, but please accept this as thanks.
But as reward, we do get...
It's a shame to say, but I found it one day, discarded on the main road.
We,
It seems to possess
come on,
a
he
strange
does
power.
talk a lot.
Anyway, I feel that you should have it. It will be happier in your hands.
The problem is I'm just used to skipping all the NPC dialogues. But we get the Ring of Herculean Strength, which increases the load you can carry. So yeah, as I was saying before, in Demon's Souls you have to be very careful because you cannot pick up infinite stuff. And it's really annoying if you're in the middle of an area and you find yourself like overburdened. Then you have to like get rid of shit, or you can't pick up something. The upgrade materials you pick up definitely take up the most weight, but luckily you don't actually need to have them in your inventory to use them. We also want to talk to this guy.
To face the demons? If so, please free Sage Frake the Visionary from the dungeon of Latria. I will help you however I can. I can teach you elementary spells. Sage Frake is a gleaming hope for humankind, but I have not the power to save him alone.
This guy is the basic spell trainer in the game here. And what we want to do... he does have enchant weapon. Alright.
I see. Just in
Let's see if we have any consumables, which I should do. Oh yeah, in this game, of course, just like in Dark Souls, you cannot mass use your consumables. Do I not have... I have like a few of these. If I can get 1,000 souls, I would like to buy Soul Arrow here, which it looks like I will be able to get. That's gonna be pretty good. Might as well get all of these used up. Like, why not? Then we'll actually get going here, because I've been kind of wasting a little time here. Let's see, we want to learn this. These spells, Cloak is kind of useless. Water Veil, you know kind of what it does. It's kind of like that pyromancy. And Demon's Prank is Oral Decoy. Yeah, well, you know what, we might as well buy Flame Weapon. And of course you have to make sure to remember them too.
Be careful. Normally it would not be granted to one such as yourself.
This guy is, by the way, a massive dick. He says he doesn't have the power to save Sage Frake, but then he's sure is an asshole to anyone who he asks for help. Anyways, we want to go back to Boletaria because since I started with a thief, I do not actually have a catalyst to cast the spells with. One thing that's kind of different about this game is that I think there are only 3 types of magic catalysts and only 2 types of talismans. So you don't have the kind of options available like you do in Dark Souls 2. But anyways, we just want to quickly go back here. The catalyst is pretty easy to pick up if I remember correctly. But other than that, I want to go to Stonefang Mines because that is an area where you will be able to get a lot of kind of upgrade materials, and you need those to make your weapons more powerful. God damn. How the hell did I still get hit by that? Oh well. So yeah, we still have these guys to deal with. They don't do much damage, as you can see. Ugh, fuck. Just tanking this, but really, as you can see, it's not a big issue. Alright, only problem is when you get into a tight space like this, it can get kind of annoying when you can't actually properly make your way behind them. Come on. Okay, this isn't gonna work. You can also use fire bombs to take these guys out, by the way. Alright. That was an interesting way of doing it. What is this, by the way? Throwing knives? It is kind of useless. I'm gonna put my Half Moon Grass back. I didn't actually. This character does actually start off with enough health to kind of warrant Half Moon Grasses early on. Anyways, we're only gonna go here for a little bit. I have to be careful here because our friend is gonna be arriving pretty soon. There he is. Ah, fuck. His fucking talons got me. I'm gonna have to wait for him to make another pass. So yeah, the dragon is gonna be attacking here. So when he kind of swoops down, that's when you need to run across. I do like this area. Kind of has... I think this is like a cool environmental hazard to put in. If they're gonna like do something like this, this is a good way of going about it. But yeah, as you'll probably notice if you go here right away. Oh, fucking hell, the spear guys are so damn annoying. So if you come here right away after... Oh, Soldier's Shield. That might be something I wanna have a look at. I think this should be, besides the crossbow guy, this should be what I'm looking for. Yes, wooden catalyst. I probably do have enough intelligence to use it. I don't actually know. Yeah, I do. And from now on, we can cast magic. Now, magic is pretty fucking powerful in this game. It's powerful in any Souls game, but especially in this one. Okay, now the next thing we want to do is basically get the hell out of here. How many souls do I have? I don't know if that's worth using the Nextual Binding. I don't know. Thing is, do I have enough time? I don't actually know if you have enough time to run back. Guess we're gonna find out right now. Yeah, you do have enough time. Took a claw hit, but it's like whatever. Once you return to the Nexus, your HP gets filled up anyways. So yeah, next thing we're gonna head to Stonefang, which is of course the second area of the game, the second Archstone. And they definitely kind of intend you to go to Stonefang next, because you'll probably notice that the enemies there drop a fuck ton of upgrade materials. And the enemies here are a little bit stronger. The boss, if you go here straight away after the Phalanx boss, the boss at the end of this area is going to be pretty powerful in terms of the amount of damage you'll be able to do to him. So you definitely want to get your weapon upgrades in before you do anything else. What I might want to do is...
Hello again. I'm keeping a close watch.
Gonna go ahead. I don't know how the soldier shield is. It has 90 guard break reduction, but I don't think I have the strength. Or did I have the strength? Anyways, what I want to do is go ahead and take a mail breaker out, because
You have a...
the enemies in the next area are actually weak to thrusting attacks.
Hello again. I'm keeping...
So we want to deposit this. And I could have done this in an easier way. And I'm actually going to check out the soldier shield. And that couldn't have been more convoluted if I wanted it to be. Let's see. If this thing puts me... Yeah, I'm not strong enough. Well, shit. Guess we're going to stick to the buckler. Oops. Wrong.
You have a heart.
Are you fucking kidding me? Sorry about that. Still need to get back into the like menus of this game, because all three of the Souls games have really different menu systems.
You have...
So we want to be careful with that. So yeah, the enemies in the next area are actually weak to thrusting attacks. So the mail breaker is gonna do more damage than the scimitar. There's Sage Freyg. This is the guy we're looking for. I am actually gonna rescue him, and maybe I'll rescue the second spell trainer as well. I'm not gonna go too much into intelligence, only like 18, like I said. But here in this game, of course, the spells are not actually tied to intelligence. It's just you need to have enough MP to cast them. And that kind of means that a lot of builds in this game used like some pretty powerful spells. Like you can get this weapon called the Butcher's Knife, I think it's called. Not the Butcher's Knife. It's like this giant cleaver thing. And you can basically enchant it and make it ridiculously powerful. And you can probably guess what that is. Our first crystal lizard, who is being very, very annoying for some reason. Did I just... Should have used my arrows. Hey, there's actually someone that I could summon here. That is pretty cool, I have to say. One thing that's actually kind of interesting in this game is you can rate your NPC partner. So yeah, you can kind of get an idea of how good someone is before you summon them. And I think if you look at this, the next enemy is susceptible to pierce attacks. So here they even kind of give you a hint that... And spells as well. Can give you kind of a hint that you should try like different weapons for different enemies and see which one is the most effective. And that's kind of pretty cool. It's nice of them to give you that information, which is something they don't really explore in the other Souls games. The fact that enemies have like different weaknesses to different types of damage. These guys are very weak to backstabs, so yeah. I could have also probably brought my dagger, but that kind of doesn't have the damage output in other situations. Yeah, this is... As you can see, we are not having much trouble here. These guys aren't really that aggressive, by the way. Kind of just like hang around. They can punch you, and some of them do have weapons. But most of the time, yeah, they're gonna slap you with like their bag or something. These are the ones that drop, as you can see, a bunch of upgrade materials. And I'll talk about the upgrade system once I get enough. Oh shit. Okay, that is so weak. The dogs in this game are hell. They are really tough enemies and really annoying to fight. I don't know why I'm not using my magic here. Gonna have to get used to having magic. I haven't really played like a dedicated spellcaster ever in this game. And this isn't gonna be a dedicated spellcaster either, so... You know, maybe one day. Okay, that is... not that impressive. I'm just gonna come up to you. These guys are called fat officials. They kind of appear all over the place and they can be pretty tough if you don't know what you're doing, because they have pyromancy. They have like a combustion spell and a fire orb. And they have a shit ton of poise. But they drop full moon grass, which is one of the really strong upgrade, or not an upgrade, but healing items. That thing basically heals you up to full. I see you in there. Come out. Wow, that arrow did a lot of damage. Maybe he's just gonna stand there. Might as well take advantage of it. And of course the ragdoll physics are in this game, so I'm very happy about that. That's the one thing I like missed in Dark Souls 2. I think it's kind of funny. And it's so weird because basically the way they counteracted the ragdoll physics weirdness in Dark Souls 2 is that they essentially made that so a lot of the enemies, when you kill them, like completely disappear. Which is weird that they did that, because they give you a hex that is specifically made to blow up enemy bodies. And there's a pickaxe if you want. Pretty easy to get in this game. Probably the easiest out of all the 3 Souls games. So it's kind of weird that they specifically give you a spell that is designed to be used as a trap with enemy bodies. And then they have like 90% of the enemies disappear or disintegrate when you die. So I don't know, that's kind of like a weird design choice. I always thought that was kind of weird. Because there are only like few humanoid enemies that... I always fuck this up. I don't think there's ever been a playthrough of Demon's Souls where I have not screwed that up and fell down. At least once. Anyways, that item I missed by falling down is the knuckle, I think. It's like the iron knuckles or something. It's a fist weapon. But fist weapons are completely shit in this game. At least I think they are. There is no dual wielding, of course, so... You know, kind of I feel like limits them a little bit. Fist weapons were shit in Dark Souls 1 as well, so... 2 is the first one that really kind of took advantage of fist weapons, I think. Oh, fuck. The problem is... I need to get used to the 4-directional dodging here. Come on, you asshole. That's what I wanted. I'm gonna use another half moon. Oh shit, I'm gonna need to remove that because if I'm not careful, I'm gonna accidentally use up that full moon grass and I'm gonna be pissed. I wanna be careful because you can't push this guy off accidentally, and it's gonna make things a little bit more annoying for you. Yeah, okay, perfect time. We also have a soul. And you know what? Well, actually, let's go down here first. This is not technically where we need to go. Wait, or is it? I think we need to pull a switch here to unlock the way upstairs. But there's another one of these guys with the bag. I think I'm gonna go longer on this episode. Might go for 30 minutes. Because a lot of the first half was me just talking to NPCs and picking up some items. Yeah, these guys... Backstab fishing doesn't even qualify for what I'm doing here. So yeah, this is what we needed. Pretty cool area, by the way. This is like kind of the only mine area in a Souls game. Well, I guess there's Harvest Valley, which you could count as a mine, but then that's such a short area. I mean, I do think that the way they do things in this game by having like you teleport to different areas does have its advantages, because it does make like the actual areas feel like separate worlds. It's like they feel more connected. But I don't know. I guess I like both. I like both an open world and what they do here. This is not a boss, by the way, so don't worry. This kind of leads to the next area of Stonefang. Oh, and these guys appear. Flame lizards, or whatever these guys are. They can drop. Oh, they didn't drop any. Oh, but here's one, a shard of meltstone. Meltstone basically is the pale stone, the equivalent of pale stone. It basically reduces your... If you upgrade a weapon and then you don't want it, you can reduce it back to +0. So yeah, there's that. And what else is around here? More half moon grass. Always want to pick up the healing items. Okay. Normally I don't go into this room because I don't have ranged attacks. But now I can do it. Because I both have a bow. Oh, you know what? Don't touch those two, because they're just gonna... If I attack them, they're just gonna fall into the pit. And if they do drop something, I won't be able to get it. By the way, one thing you might notice if you look on the top. Bows in this game basically do not consume any stamina, which makes them pretty easy to use. Here we get a shard of Dragonstone. Dragonstone is for upgrading fire weapons, but we're not going to be able to do anything with that until a little while later. Yeah, the reason why sorcery is so OP in this game, just look at... I casted Soul Arrow 3 times and look how much MP it used. Like barely any. So yeah, you can just spam MP until the end of days. Plus in the next area that I'm gonna go to, there is actually a way to infinitely farm. Or there are enemies that basically give you infinite spices. And spices are the items that give your MP back. So you can just go and pretty much clear the game just spamming Soul Ray and Soul Arrow and things like that. By the way, I forgot to mention that these guys that drop the upgrade materials do not actually respawn, so this is kind of a one-time deal. It can just set you up to have upgrade stones. And they conveniently give you a shortcut back to the beginning, which again they did a lot in Dark Souls and Demon Souls. Not so much in Dark Souls 2. Alright. And I think they kind of put this here as a hint that you've picked up plenty of upgrade materials, it's time to go back. Because if you look at my... Oops. Don't actually know how to look at my items. As you can see, my item... Well, actually my item burden is... It's only because I have the Ring of Herculean Strength on. This guy I haven't talked to. He does sell, I think... Yeah, he sells Ed's Grindstone, which I said. Reduces the wear on the right-hand weapon and restores its durability. Like they say there, it only works for the right-hand weapon, so... You can break like shields and armor pretty easily in this game, because there is no way to counteract that. You can only repair your weapons. So that's why the Scraping Spear is actually a pretty good weapon. People who like to troll in PvP like to use that thing.
Hello again.
Anyways, we're gonna go ahead and, well, not take, we're gonna deposit all of these. And like I said, you can just give them to this guy and you can still upgrade, so it's not gonna matter too much. But in terms of your like weight, your item burden, the upgrade stones are gonna be taking up most of it. Okay, do I wanna upgrade? See, I still haven't figured out what I wanna upgrade as my weapon. Okay, what does this say?
Thou seek
Oh,
them,
shit.
I am here.
Come on, what does it say? There's an arrow. Okay, whatever. Yeah, let's go upgrade. Might as well go for this mail breaker. Does this guy wait? Does he not sell a rapier? Let's see. That would be pretty cool if he did, but he... Ah, fuck. I don't want to waste my thing on a weapon that I'm not gonna be using. But then again, I might as well use the rapier. Or not rapier, the mail breaker. I really don't know. You know what, I'm gonna hold off. What I think I might do is I'll look up before the next episode, like where I can get, and that was just my phone, where I can get a rapier, because that is kind of what I'm gravitating. I know that there in the third area there is a mercury rapier, which is basically a poison infused one. So I might go for that, but then I won't be able to upgrade that thing.
Have you met the last surviving one?
Let's talk to this guy then.
Those fools revived the old one on a whim. And now they've trapped us here in the Nexus in a desperate attempt to undo their mistake. It's all a travesty if you ask me.
Interesting, because this guy actually kind of gives you a hint that maybe the monumentals aren't exactly that good. But to me it seems more like that they're desperate. It's not like they trap you here because they are evil. It's more like I think that they recognize that the world is basically fucked. And if they don't trap people here, the world is gonna end. So I think it's more out of necessity rather than like them being bastards. Anyways, I think I've rambled on enough. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up this episode here. I want to thank you guys very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this episode of Demon's Souls, and I'll see all of you next time. Let's try the bow this time. That's very fancy. Alright, goodbye.